follow the CNMI's lead in reducing costs with furloughs, plus the Department of Corrections on how they plan to contain COVID-19 after one recruit tested positive. And just 2 days after he addressed the crew of the USS Teddy Roosevelt, the acting Navy Secretary resigned. Hafade and good evening, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. Now, before we get the latest on efforts with containing COVID in our island, we've got a message from one of our frontline heroes, and tonight we hear from Guam's finest in the Guam Police Department.
Hafade, I'm Officer Frankie Santos with the Guam Police Department. I'm asking you to help protect Guam against the spread of COVID-19 by staying home.
And of course, we want to send a special thank you and sidusmasi to all of our men and women in blue. Thank you for your tireless work, for what you do for us. Now, in our top story tonight, as Guam's confirmed cases of COVID-19 continue to rise, so too do the number of children that have been infected. There are now 8 kids that have tested positive for coronavirus. And on a more enlightening note, there are now 31 patients who have fully recovered from it. As for our brothers and sisters regionally in the CNMI, 3 new COVID-19 confirmed cases there were announced this afternoon by Governor Ralph Torres' COVID-19 task force. And of those 3 new COVID cases, 2 are men aged 45 to 53, and 1 is a female aged 53. The new cases are monitored by medical teams at the designated quarantine location on Saipan Kanoa Resort. The total number of confirmed cases in the Commonwealth is now 11, including a pair of deaths, and they await the result of 6 specimens. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation is also preparing to use a portion of its parking lot to set up a 50-bed field hospital on Navy Hill in anticipation of a surge of cases. You want to make sure to stay tuned because immediately following our broadcast, KUAM's Tomas Manglotnia will have an extended interview with Commonwealth Health Corporation CEO Esther Munya, providing you with an update on what our friends to the north are doing to contain COVID. Now, in Guam news headlines, GovGuam may be able to advance at least some of the money that's expected by local taxpayers from the federal stimulus program. In her daily press briefing today on Facebook Live, Governor Leon Guerrero says they're expecting U.S. Treasury to release about $11 million soon in reimbursement for local war claims. Nestor Lecanto explains in this report.
The governor says they've been pushing Treasury to pay the $11 million in reparations reimbursement. That's money that GovGuam advanced to claimants who were waiting for federal legislation to authorize the payments. Now the administration has a similar plan for the reimbursement money. Advance the $1,200 federal stimulus checks to as many taxpayers as the $11 million can cover.
So what we're doing really is we're moving funds around, as you can see, in a very maybe complicated way, but we are moving funds around so we can then provide our individuals out there with the much needed program. Much needed assistance and benefits.
Meanwhile, Senator Regine Bisco-Lee introduced a bill Wednesday with a similar plan to make direct payments to taxpayers of $400 for individuals and $800 for couples on top of any federal stimulus money. Her measure would authorize the governor to scrape up $15 million from any fiscal year 2020 general fund or special fund appropriations and transfer that to Rev and Tax so that they can start cutting the checks right away for needy families.
$15 million isn't going to provide for everyone. I think what we need to do is, work with the federal program. And I know Daphne, our Director of Department of Revenue and Tax, is working very closely, like I have said. She's getting the details almost completed for actually the very first area that had submitted our implementation plan.
The governor figures GovGuam would need $130 to $150 million if it were to advance all of the federal stimulus payments due to local taxpayers. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
And as of news time, there's been no word on an agenda for tomorrow's emergency legislative session that happens at 10 a.m. sharp. And while it remains seen what bills will actually make it onto Thursday's agenda, it does not appear that Senator Jim Moylan will introduce legislation or back plans proposed by one Congressman Mike San Nicolas. The congressional delegate held a conference on Zoom Monday with Senator Moylan, along with Senator Mary Torres and Speaker Tina Rose Munya Barnes, in which he presented his plans to get money to local residents as a bridge before federal financial assistance kicks in. The congressman touted that the assistance could be available within a week's time if one of his pair of ideas were to actually be pushed through.
I wouldn't want to introduce a bill that wouldn't have the support of either side necessarily. Right?
Sure.
I can see if they were just trying to, if it wasn't in, let's say from Adelup, if it's not in their interest, then maybe that's something else.
In one of the congressman's proposals, it would get banks to give out loans leveraged against upcoming federal assistance. The other proposes Guy to draft an agreement with the GovGuam Retirement Fund to provide necessary capital for the local government to roll out a relief initiative. GovGuam would pledge $10 million in war claims reimbursements as capitalized interest. Both the Retirement Fund and the Guam Bankers Association have written the speaker opposing those proposals. Well, it is evidently a sign of the times as Standard & Poor's announced today that it revised Guam's debt rating outlook from stable to negative. In the release, the ratings authority revised the outlook as a result of declining tourism and pandemic-related challenges. Additionally, in its view, S&P said health and safety aspects of bar and restaurant closure decisions in the near term will materially affect our island's economy. Now, according to Gita, S&P changed the outlook of all U.S. public finance sectors, with Deputy Administrator emphasizing the change on GovGuam credits is not unique to Guam, nor does it impact the fixed amount of debt service payments or the government's ability to pay debt service on time. Back to regional headlines. While the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas governor has announced a plan to cut nearly half of the CNMI government's budget by implementing massive furloughs, a similar fate could be in store for GovGuam staffers, perhaps. We asked the governor if furloughs or any cost-cutting measures at all are planned to help stave off what could be a COVID-19 death blow to the budget of the government of Guam.
I am not planning any furloughs for our government employees. And that's a balance that's a decision that needs to be balanced out, Chris, because if I do furlough them, they'll be out there needing also public assistance, needing also food stamps and so forth. So right now with our financials that we're looking at, we are still able to make payroll. And I'm trying as best as I can to keep the employees employed.
Now, the governor did say in no uncertain terms that she is banking on federal funds to sustain the paychecks of GovGuam staffers, many of whom have been deemed non-essential and are staying home in accordance with her mandatory social distancing and stay-at-home orders.
There is also a economic relief amount that's given to the states and the territories, and the amount that they will be giving to us is about $112 million. So if I can work it so we can shift payment of these payrolls, that would be the route that I would also look at.
Meanwhile, CNMI Governor Ralph Torres is offering guidance on termination and furlough actions for accepted service employees and civil service staffers to reduce government personnel costs by half. CNMI officials estimate a 48% reduction to their 2020 budget as a result of coronavirus impacts. Well, the Republican Party of Guam and Democrats like Senator Therese Terlahi are pushing for the immediate release of tax refunds. The senator says, according to a report she received from Refunds and the Department of Administration as of February, there were over 4,300 such tax refunds that have been processed.
It's not our money. We owe them. And of course, the government has given itself 6 months on regular time to pay these back. But I think these are not regular times. It's unconscionable at this point to keep this money any longer than we have to. And so I'm trying to follow up why, we're not paying all of it. If we've got 4,000, that's a lot of people, 4,000 unpaid refunds.
Now, we reported on Twitter yesterday that Refunds announced that 248 checks were being mailed totaling over $860,000, but those were for refunds up to November of 2019. Now, the governor in her press briefing today clarified exactly who will be eligible for her new COVID differential pay program.
Unclassified employees working in the office of the governor and the office of the lieutenant governor, agency directors, and deputy directors will be excluded from the differential pay policy, except if their assigned duties require risk of exposure.
Now, according to an executive order signed by the governor, essential staffers eligible for the COVID differential pay will be paid 10 to 25% of their wages based on their level of exposure to coronavirus. In other news tonight, Acting Navy Secretary Thomas Maudley has resigned. This comes just 2 days after speech in Guam to the crew of the USS Theodore Roosevelt, in which he slammed their ousted commander, Captain Brett Crozier, for a leaked memo that was a plea for help to contain coronavirus aboard the ship.
The now former Assistant Secretary addressed the crew Monday in an emotional speech over the ship's PA system. He criticized the captain for a leaked memo that was Crozier's plea for help to contain the coronavirus outbreak aboard ship.
That email went out to a broad audience of people. I know that I mentioned that it was over 20. We believe it was forwarded to even far more than that. And immediately it was picked up by the San Francisco Chronicle, which published sensitive information about the material condition of a naval warship. If he didn't think, it was my opinion, that if he didn't think that information was going to get out into the public in this information age that we live in, then he was A, too naive or too stupid to be the commanding officer of a ship like this. The alternate is that he did it on purpose. And that's a serious violation of the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
Moodley was forced to apologize as congressional leaders expressed outrage and called for him to step down. His resignation was accepted Wednesday by Defense Secretary Mark Esper, who wrote, quote, "He resigned on his own accord, putting the Navy and the sailors above self so that the USS Theodore Roosevelt and the Navy as an institution can move forward." In his resignation letter, Moodley said, quote, "More than anything, I owe every member of the Navy and Marine Corps team a lifetime of gratitude for the opportunity to serve them and with them. They are the reason why I will forever remain inspired by the call of service." Moodley was replaced as acting Navy Secretary by current Army Undersecretary Jim McPherson, who is also a retired admiral. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Now, following the Department of Corrections' recent announcement on a recruit testing positive for coronavirus, many inmates and detainees are worried about their health, and family members have reached out to us on their behalf.
Department of Corrections Major Antone again confirms the recruits are in the on-the-job training stage of their cycle. According to Uggan, the recruit who tested positive yesterday was stationed inside the DOC Manilao compound in the Dome area, which houses parole violators, court paroles, and local detainees.
It is a concern. Like the director and the deputy director are taking this very seriously, and it is a concern. And again, we're doing everything we can within our power to prevent it from entering our facility.
As an immediate response to the confirmed case, all 38 recruits were asked to self-quarantine at home.
We're still looking into it, but we don't believe that this particular recruit had contact with all the recruits because they're all spread out through different shifts and different areas of the department. So it's possible he did not come in contact with all of them. We're not together, but being that they are recruits, and at times they may have come together as a group like recruits do, but we don't think that happened at this time.
Uggan says he spoke with the training officer yesterday and there have not been any further reports of additional recruits presenting symptoms. He says the same for all the inmates and detainees. During KUAM's Containing COVID special report interview with Major Uggan this morning, he says that since the first measures were implemented last month, DOC continues to provide necessary hygiene and cleaning solutions, and there are mandates in place for all DOC personnel to wear masks and gloves.
We've given the units cleaning supplies. We've put the bleach in some bottles and spray bottles, and we're getting our supplies. Of course, we have to be mindful of the limitations that we have, but every unit is equipped with bleach, and they wipe down all the furniture and all the other areas. The officers all have masks and are giving gloves.
However, a family member of an incarcerated individual says otherwise through an anonymous comment sent to KUAM stating, quote, Major Uggan lied when he said they were passing out cleaning materials. Inmates don't even currently have toilet tissue, let alone cleaning supplies or other hygiene products, which the department is supposed to supply. The department has canceled all incoming, which is the only way we receive any hygiene products, among other things that were allowed from our families. The guards have to provide their own mask and gloves. Most didn't even wear any until today. Something needs to be done to help us. We're still humans, after all, end quote. In response to a potential outbreak in the prison, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero says she trusts her acting department head, Joe Carbolito, to contain a spread.
As far as the inmates, I trust that Joe Carbolito and Bob Camacho are up there providing for the safety and the health and the hygienic environment for our inmates. So I will follow up with them, but I trust that they're doing what they need to do to keep also the inmates and their employees safe and minimize exposure and risk.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Now, we did reach out to DOC for further comment, with Major Uggan providing a list of the cleaning items used to the units and said when supplies are delivered, a supply requisition is received by the unit officers for accountability purposes. In addition, Uggan says inmates may submit remedy requests, and as of today, the agency has not received any regarding a lack of supplies. Concerns, if you have them, can be sent via email to directorsoffice@doc.guam.gov. That's directorsoffice@doc.guam.gov. Stay tuned, my friends. Primetime continues right after this.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Hafa, I'm Bernie Valencia with Matson. Our local Matson team understands that these are very trying times for everyone. Matson's top priority, like yours, is to keep our families safe and healthy and ensure you have what you need. We'd like to give you peace of mind that Matson's service continues on schedule and uninterrupted. Matson is committed to our weekly service from the United States West Coast to Honolulu into Guam and Saipan. We are working with the Port Authority of Guam and providing the capacity and services our customers need so they can continue to meet your needs. Matson will take all appropriate measures to ensure continuity of service into Guam and Saipan. When we work together to take care of our family and neighbors, we will emerge from this as a stronger island community.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Port Authority of Guam, KUAM Communications, and Matson.
King's Restaurants are still cooking up your favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner plates and have them available for carryout and delivery. Call them in Tamuning at 647-5464 or in Dedito at 637-5464 and order for carryout. For delivery, please download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get King's delivered to your door. Be safe and stay healthy until we see each other again at King's.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Effective immediately, all individuals on U.S. Naval Base Guam property, installation, and facilities are required to wear cloth face coverings or masks. The The measures are set forth by the DoD in line with the continued implementation of protective measures to stop the spread of COVID-19. Face coverings are required at all times while inside the NEX Guam and Arodi commissary facilities. Those not wearing a mask will not be allowed entry. All people should be prepared to lower the face covering when directed by security forces to verify your identification. Now this morning, teachers and faculty from Upi Elementary kicked off Grab and Learn. Every Wednesday from 8 to 11 until the school year ends, parents may pick up curbside and pick up packets full of worksheets and activities for kids to enjoy at home. Teachers now understand that learning is still going on for kids and some do not have access to technology. And today, about 210 packets from kindergarten through 5th grade were distributed, and parents and kids who attend other schools can avail of this opportunity as well. Now beginning tomorrow and all the way through the end of the month, GPD will conduct driving while intoxicated checkpoints. They'll be set up on some of the island's major thoroughfares, including Route 1 from Dedido to Agana, Route 16, which is Army Drive from Harmon to Barragata, Route 10, which is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Highway from Barragata to Chalampago, Route 10, Chalancantantasi from Hagatna to Chalampago, and Route 14 from Talan San Vitores, that's of course in Tuman. If you are a motorist, you are advised to expect delays and are asked to proceed with caution as officers will be situated along those roadways. GPD wants to remind the community to please drive sober and in line with preventing the further spread of COVID-19 within the community, and please just stay home. Important news. Well, you want to make sure to tune in tonight from 7 to 9 as UOG is partnering with us to host a live stream telethon to support emergency medical personnel responding to the COVID-19 crisis. The telethon also features helpful information for you to deal with changing life conditions caused by the coronavirus emergency. Plus, there will be exciting entertainment throughout the program. You can make donations now through the UOG Endowment Foundation's website at give.uog.edu. And customers of ITD and Docomo can text 4357 to share their donations amount. Now you can text HELP 5, HELP 10, or HELP 25 for donations of $5, $10, and $25 respectively. UOG aims to make $20,000 with which to purchase meals, masks, gloves, face shields, and other on-site equipment for our valued frontline responders. We all thank you for your support because we are all in this together, Guam, and we've all got to do our part. Well, coming up, Dave Delgado has sports.
As our island continues to band together to protect our families and communities from the effects of COVID-19, we at GCA want to assure you that we are here for you. Should you need to contact us for any reason, you can chat with us online at www.gta.net, connect with us on Facebook, or call us at 644-4482. Families are at the heart of what we do, and we are committed to keep you and yours safe, healthy, and connected. GCA, we start with you.
Inspiration can come from anywhere. Even from the new Triple Lupa from Taco Bell. It's 3 mini chalupas with 3 different flavors.
The new Triple Lupa from Taco Bell. The chalupa deliciously reinvented.
Right now, there's a lot of unknowns out there. But the one thing that is clear is the importance of your safety, both physically and financially. At First Hawaiian Bank, we are doing everything we can to make things as normal as possible. We've also developed ways to relieve some of the financial challenges you may be facing. We understand it's an uncertain time, but when we stick together, yes, we can get through this. Learn more at fhb.com/relief.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
Taco Bell reinvented the chalupa, so why can't I reinvent myself? I'm an influencer. Guys, I'm trying to fly here.
The new Triple Lupa from Taco Bell. The chalupa deliciously reinvented.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. I'll get to some workout tips with local runner Sherwin Pyatt. But first off, an interview with basketball standout Tomas Calvo, who attends California Lutheran University. Check it out.
Right when the season ended, the week after, that's when the whole pandemic came out. So we had the week off, and then we were just about to start our open runs with just the team. We were just going to do that the entire semester until the finish. And with school, it was just after midterms, so we were just about to get into more classes. And then just the whole thing, then they just sent everyone home and just been on Guam since.
Calvo attends California Lutheran University, played 15 minutes per game, averaging 6 points, 2 assists every time he laced up. His best game to date was against Laverne College, where he put up 12 points.
Just been lifting in my home gym, probably 3 to 4 times a week in the morning, then go outside, do sprints, ball handling, shooting. Just trying to keep up with the best players on Guam. Just excited to go against them later on after this whole thing dies down.
Tomas has been in the national program since 2016. He was a member of Guam's 2019 Pacific Games team, winning a gold medal in Apia, Samoa. His focus now is making sure he stays on top of his grades.
All my classes are recorded, and it sees when I'm actually attended the class. So I don't have to wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. to take the class. I just wake up in the morning, watch the class while I'm doing my breakfast, take notes. And it actually gives me a lot more time to get the assignments done, especially when we had mix of basketball, practice, weights, with class, and all the homework. So actually, I like it a little bit better, but you still have to stay on top of it.
Let's check in with local runner and coach Sherwin Pyatt, who has tips on making your times faster when you hit the pavement.
Because you're quarantined at home doesn't necessarily mean you sacrifice your race times. There's actually some things you can do at the comfort of your home to improve your fitness level as well as your race times. What I like to do is something we do with our cross-country and track and field athletes, which is called the 30s. The 30s consist of different exercises, which includes push-ups, dips, squats, lunges, and crunches. You could do 30 reps of each, up to 3 to 5 sets. This helps with strengthening your muscles as well as injury prevention.
Turning over to some national news, Spurs legend Tim Duncan talks about the Hall of Fame, the players, and how important his nomination is to him.
What's special about it is the people who I got to go see David and his ceremony. I got to see Michael Jordan that day, John Stockton that day. To think of the people who are in the Hall of Fame and to be a part of that class is the special part. Obviously, we have an incredible class this year with the people who are going in, but even beyond that, being a part of the history of basketball, the legends of basketball, being a part of that is the big thing for me.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume.
Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before, it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour, so that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner.
Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Dear people who haven't had a Big Mac, it can feel like the whole world is out there enjoying them without you. You might wonder, is it too late for me? Look who's enjoying that special sauce on their special day. From firemen to crossing guards to, oh, this one's really rubbing it in. But even if you've never had McDonald's most McDonald's burger, today could be the day that changes. Now available in 3 sizes. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
All right, everybody, here's your birthday shout-outs. On the 8th day of the 4th day of the month, we want to say a very special happy birthday to Joseph Ramos. Hope you have a great day, and we love you, say your family and friends. Ronnie Santos Jr., happy birthday blessings to the king of Zumba. The contagious laughter of the family. Ronnie, we love you, say your family. Hayden Joseph Manley celebrates special birthday number 4 and wishing my son a happy, happy birthday. His mom and family love and miss him so much, says your adoring family. And Norman J. Breton wishing you the best in life and many more birthdays to come. Thank you for everything, son. Love, Mom, Dad, Jade, Annie, and Nooner. We hope each and every one of you have the best birthday ever. And please make sure to stay home, wash your hands, and let's all do our part and be good to each other. Thank you and happy birthday. It's always somebody's birthday every day, so please celebrate your favorite person by going on to KUAM.com and click on birthdays, then just tell them to tune in or stream us. All right, that's going to do it for our show, but as we said, Tomas Mangloni is up next with an extended conversation with Esther Muña. He's reporting from South.